surrounded by sheep. My dog in the van. Beautiful sunset over there, but what we're here for is that supermoon. 12% bigger, and got my stuff set up ready to go. But supermoon lunar eclipse isn't going to be until about 2 o'clock in the morning, so we got a long night ahead of us. At the moment, the moon is rising over in the east, and it's not even lunar eclipse yet, but it's still really orangey, darky red. That's mostly because, you know, the sun is all the way on the opposite side of the earth, and it's still getting a bit of that light refracting through the atmosphere and all the way through to the moon itself. So we've actually got about 6 hours now until the moon gets into the right position where we get the lunar eclipse. 2 AM over here in the UK. So I've just been busy making myself a cup of tea, and Finn's been busy taking a nap. Finn, you gonna sleep all night? I think you are, aren't you? And kind of hoping that he does and doesn't go off chasing sheep through the night. But luckily, he's got a little light on his back. So if he does run away, then I know exactly where to find him. So whilst we're here and we're alone, I think we're alone, I thought I'd take the opportunity to explain what a supermoon lunar eclipse actually is. And those two terms are actually separate events. Supermoon happens because the moon doesn't orbit in a perfectly circular motion, so sometimes it's closer and sometimes it's further away. Just so happens tonight it's at the closer part. We call it perigee, and it's around 221,000 kilometers, so it looks a lot closer to the observer, to us. And the lunar eclipse part is where the moon passes into the Earth's shadow, and both of them are fairly rare events. You know, they don't happen every single night. The lunar eclipse doesn't happen that often because the moon has to be around the right angle to pass in front of pass around the back of the Earth into the shadow. And sometimes it moves above it, sometimes it moves below it, sometimes it just clips the shadow and we get a partial lunar eclipse. But tonight it's going to be fully in the shadow and we get a full-on lunar eclipse. But it doesn't go completely black like, for example, a solar eclipse where the moon passes in front of the sun, because of the way that the light is scattered around the atmosphere of the Earth. So just like you get a red sky at sunset, the shadow of the Earth is red because all our light from the sun is scattered through the atmosphere and falls onto the moon in the shadow. So it just so happens that those two events are happening together tonight, and they don't happen that often. Last time was 1982, I think, and the next time is going to be around 2033. So they are fairly rare events. So that's why I'm up here in the Brecon Beacon National Park trying to get pictures of that supermoon lunar eclipse, or super lunar eclipse as you can call them. And this will last for a couple of hours. So I was up here at 4 o'clock. I'll be up here till 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, catch that sunrise as well, and, you know, hopefully have a nice night. Lunar eclipse is kind of in full effect now. Probably can't even see it behind me, but it's really weird that the temperatures dropped quite a bit. We're about an hour into the eclipse now, and the last little bit of the moon's brightness, the sun's rays, is starting to disappear, and everything's starting to get a little bit more moisture on it, a little bit more dew, and the temperature's really dropped, which is kind of strange. It's gone completely black now. It's kind of unreal that it was I can find my way around just by moonlight earlier on, and now that it's completely black. It's a beautiful blood red moon. It's kind of weird to see that the moon goes from being so bright to so dark just by passing through the Earth's shadow. I mean, I'm an astronomer. I should know should know these things. I shouldn't be surprised by it. But that's the thing about, you know, science and astronomy and all the rest of it, is that it just continues to surprise you at all times. We've got some great shots as well on the Dob, on everything actually. Just this blood red moon now in the Earth's shadow, and when it's within the Earth's shadow, it's going to stay dark. It's gorgeous, beautiful. passed behind the Earth, in the Earth's shadow, and came out the other side. So we saw it all go from around 2 a.m. to around 6 a.m. And Finn has been helping out a little bit now, making a nuisance of yourself. But we got some good photos, some good videos from it, so, you know, job well done.